You know, this guy's going to win, by the way. This guy's going to win. I've never seen people behind someone like this before. I've never been to rallies like that before. For anyone, Obama didn't even have rallies like that.
They can't touch him. And we're still waiting for him to go to jail. We're still waiting for him because supposedly he's done so much. Russian collusion, remember all of that? We're still waiting for the jury. We're still waiting for the guilty verdict. We're still waiting for him to be incarcerated. We're still waiting for him to be seen in zebra stripes. You can't touch him. And now he's throwing this salvo. He said, yo, why don't you come beat me? Stop engaging in lawfare and using the legal system to push your political agenda. Come beat me. That's what he did. Listen, I do sports most of the time. That's the kind of language we want to hear, ain't it? Can you beat him or not? You gonna beat him? 4 different polls show that Joe Biden is trailing, that Trump is gaining momentum. You can look at the right and talk about their commitment to Biden's cognitive decline narrative. The fact of the matter is, in half of America's eyes, Trump is seen as damn near criminal. And he's still collecting more campaign dollars and more votes. He is the GOP nominee. I believe it's his daughter-in-law that's about to be the head of the Republican National Committee. If she isn't already. Are you going to stop him or not? This article is a very profound one. The high price of Democrats' anti-Trump lawfare. Because when the legal system is utilized this way and people see you getting away with trying to cause all of this ruckus towards him, as opposed to simply beating him at the polls, that gives them additional fodder to question the legal system. And once they do that, it gives them a significant license to be lawless.
All right, guys. So we got to talk about Stephen A. Simp, who has been sounding the alarm on the fact that the Democrat Party is doing a terrible job when it comes to trying to beat Trump. Now, some people are misinterpreting Stephen A. Smith and his agenda. Okay, some people think that Stephen A. Smith is waking up. However, Stephen A. Simp is not actually really waking up as much as he's trying to save the Democrat Party because he wants to see Joe Biden and the Democrats win. Okay, that is what Stephen A. Smith wants to see. He pretends to be an enlightened centrist when he's just a Democrat, right? He's a Democrat that clearly and obviously doesn't like some of the extremes of the Democrat Party, but he's not going to vote for Trump, right? And I don't think that he's actually really going to vote for a Republican either. He's just a Democrat that doesn't want to see Trump become president again, okay? He is severely Trump deranged. But even despite his Trump derangement, he can see that the Democrat Party is donezo, right? He admitted in a monologue that the lawfare that Democrats are committing against Trump, aka the political persecutions that they are going after Trump with, are not working. Okay, they are backfiring big time. Okay, because Trump's poll numbers continue to go up. Biden's approval continues to go down. The more that they throw at Trump, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Trump's numbers continue to go up and up and up and up and up. Stephen A. Smith has admitted that, and he said, well, guys, maybe, just maybe, you should focus on actually beating Trump at the polls instead of trying to basically rig the election, right? And again, Stephen A. is not saying this because, again, he's woken up to the fact that Trump is clearly and obviously a better candidate than Biden. He's better for America than Biden. No. He's saying that because he wants to save the Democrat Party, right? He wants the Democrats to beat Trump, okay? And that's why he got so triggered at Joe Biden for doing the fried chicken dinner with the black kids in North Carolina, because it was a bad look, right? Not because he was annoyed by Joe Biden's pandering, okay? But because he thought that the pandering would backfire, right? And again, he really wants to see Joe Biden Democrats win. And he's now ringing the alarm, basically admitting that the Democrats are done doing this conference here at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, in which he's going to speak to the crowd and basically admit that it's over for the Democrats. Okay, so without further ado, let's actually get into it.
You can support Trump, you can be against him. You the Dems, you in trouble. The man got 4 indictments, 91 counts. And every time they indict him on something or convict him on something in a civil trial or a bad moment takes place in a criminal case, he gets more campaign dollars. He won't go away. He puts cats to shame. 9 lives. This brother got 19. He won't stop. He keeps coming. He will not stop.
Again, this is Trump derangement, right? This is not just him giving a warning to Democrats, but this is actual real Trump derangement. This is him getting upset that none of the things that they're throwing at Trump is actually working. And it's hilarious. It really is. It's hilarious. Okay? Because, again, these people have not realized that attacking Trump doesn't work. Actually, here's the thing. If these people would have left Trump alone after January 6th, if they would have just ignored Trump and just basically done a blackout, okay, or they blackballed Trump from the media period, they just stopped talking about it, that honestly probably would have been the best way to beat him, right? That probably would have been their only shot. And I'm not even saying that would have worked because Biden's economy, Biden's America is so bad and so terrible that people probably would have voted for Trump anyways, but it definitely didn't help. It doesn't help that you're clearly and obviously weaponizing the justice system, the legal system against your political opponent, right? It gives people more reasons to vote for Trump because we don't want to see this country become a banana republic where we are locking up political opponents simply because they don't go along with the establishment. We don't want to see that, especially when clearly and obviously it's two-tiered, right? I mean, you see Biden getting away with his classified document scandal. You see Hillary getting away with her email server scandal. I mean, we just saw what happened to Fani Willis. Fannie Pat got away with a clear and obvious conflict of interest that should have destroyed that case. But she got away with it because the judge was afraid of the mob. So when people clearly and obviously see Democrats getting away with things, Bob Menendez, for example, but then you have another side of the aisle, particularly Trump, he can't ever get away with any of these things. People say, okay, well, this is clearly a two-tier justice system. Democrats are allowed to do whatever they want. If you're a Republican, especially if you're Trump or you're MAGA, you're definitely not allowed to, okay? If you, on January 6th, right, and you participated in that, even if you were a peaceful protester, the feds are coming after you. They try and throw you in jail, right, for being peaceful. However, if you're a left-wing extremist, you're a BLM rioter, you're an Antifa rioter, you are a Roe v. Wade rioter, pro-Palestine rioter, you can basically get away with whatever the hell you want to get away with. Doesn't matter. Again, people are seeing that. They're clearly and obviously seeing the two standards of justice in this country, and I think that is what's fueling Trump. A lot more than anything, really. Because, I mean, Trump hasn't really changed, okay? He's still the same person. He hasn't brought anything really new to the table, so to speak. It's just that everybody knows that the country was much better than him. His policies were better. And on top of that, nobody wants to see Trump go to prison because we know what that leads to. That opens up Pandora's box, which would make America no different than the countries that we point to as an example of the countries we don't want to be, like Russia, right? Especially when you see that, again, they're clearly different standards based off what side of political aisle you're on.
And he talks smack along the way. Vivek Ramaswamy out. Chris Christie out. Ron DeSantis. We haven't found. There's an APB out for Ron DeSantis. Can't find him. Nikki Haley held on forever until Super Tuesday. Went out the door. Where everybody knew you were going. What took you so long? This is what it is. I'm not sitting up there. Is there anything that I said that spoke on policy? Did I tell somebody, leave illegal immigrants alone? Did I tell somebody, close the borders? I took no position. Not that I don't have one. I'm just saying that's not what I said. I'm not voting for Trump. You do it, God bless you.
See, there we go. There we have it. I'm not voting for Trump. Stephen A. is not an enlightened centrist, right? Again, he's a Democrat because an enlightened centrist, a true enlightened centrist, would say that he's either voting for Trump or that he's leaning towards
I would vote for Trump before I'd vote for Biden, just because I think with Biden, like he's gone. Like, he's gone. You're going to be relying on his cabinet, and I knew his cabinet would be this fucking sideshow of diversity, and which is exactly what it is. You can't have those kind of people running a Ben and Jerry's. You certainly can't have those kind of people running the fucking most powerful government the world's ever known. It's nuts. It's not.
He wouldn't just rule it out. I'm not voting for Trump, which means you vote for Biden. You're voting for a far left progressive, right? That's what Biden is. That's who Kamala is. That's what his administration is. Well, I don't know. Maybe Biden's not actually far left progressive, but that's the way that his administration has been governing, okay? He doesn't have any control, so he's forced to be more left than he actually is. But again, Stephen A. Smith telling you, I'm not voting for Trump. He's already ruled it out. But again, he tries to play this role as enlightened centrist, right? When he's not. He's just a frustrated Democrat who doesn't have the cojones to actually do the right thing and to vote in a way that's rational and logical considering the current state of this country and the things that he has complained about, right? Like illegal immigration, okay? The border being open, crime, the current state of the country. He complains about all these things, but then he wants to vote for the individual that is responsible for it. The individuals, right? Because it ain't just Biden, it's the Democrats as well, too. The whole Democrat Party. Again, people like Stephen A. is what I'm talking about. These are the people that are responsible for the decline of this country because they know better. But despite knowing better, they still choose to make the wrong decision, right? Again, it's amazing. It really blows my mind.
I'm scared he's going to provoke civil war. I didn't get into his policies. I'm just talking about how divisive somebody in that office being that way, what kind of trouble it can cause.
So again, what you have here, peak Trump derangement. I'm afraid that Trump is going to cause a civil war. When did that happen? When did that happen? Under Trump's first administration. It didn't happen. He didn't cause a war. He didn't cause a nuclear war. All the things these people fearmonger about when it comes to, none of these things happened under his administration. In fact, the exact opposite happened, really. You know, we had more peace under Trump on the world stage than chaos. Ain't it funny how that works? But yeah, again, this guy has drunken the Trump derangement Kool-Aid, right? I'm not talking about policies. I'm just afraid that Trump's going to cause a civil war. Well, if Trump caused a civil war, then who started it? Did Trump start it? Trump didn't start it because if Trump wins, what reason does he have to cause a civil war if he wins? The people that are going to start the civil war are the left, right? The leftists, the extremists. He's saying exactly what I've been saying is going to happen if Trump wins. If Trump wins, we're going to see an unprecedented amount of violence, left-wing violence in this country. You thought BLM was bad? You thought Roe v. Wade was bad? You think what's going on right now with the pro-Palestine rioters is bad? If Trump wins again, all bets are off. I guarantee you. You're going to have a January 6th part 2, but escalated. Because that's how radical these people on the left are. That's how Trump deranged these people are. I believe that the real threat to this country if Trump wins is not the people on the right getting upset, right, and rioting. No, it's the leftists. They're the ones that are going to spark the civil war. Again, it's funny how these people just openly say it out loud. If Trump wins, there's going to be violence. Well, violence from who? It's not going to be the right. It's going to be the left. They openly tell you that. They tell you exactly what the left is going to do if Trump wins. But then they point the finger at the right side of the aisle and say, well, these are the violent people in this country. These are the domestic terrorists. When a vast majority of the domestic terrorism that occurs in this country comes from the left. It's not even close. I don't care what the FBI says. It's not even close. I believe what my two eyes tell me, right? I know what I see. And what I see is a lot of left-wing extremism in this country, and it's out of control.
But I'm down in Texas. When you talk about the immigration crisis at the southern borders, I know you're telling the truth. That's a problem. You got to do something about that. And how do I know this? Because I got Latinos and Latinas coming up to me and telling me, I didn't just make this up. They're like, man, we have to stand in line. That's not political. That's life. That's life. You on the left, that's what they're doing. You Biden is 82 years of age. You on the left, you're depending on an 82-year-old man in the year 2024. 82. 82. Sorry, no. I don't agree with it. It's not political. That's me being 56 and saying, damn, I ain't in the shape I was in at 36. Life's a little different. So how am I going to feel when I'm 80? That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, Stephen A. is a part of the group of Democrats that want Democrats to abandon Biden, right? That or to be better, right, about how they're going about trying to beat Trump, because he desperately does not want to see Trump win, which is hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious. That's how you know Democrats are in trouble, right? That's how you know they're in trouble. These people, again, you got people like Chake as well too, the Chris Cuomo's of the world, right? You start to see, right? These people that are coming out of the woodwork warning Democrats that, hey, you guys about to lose, right? And we really don't want you to lose because we're Trump deranged. Even though we don't like a lot of things you do, we really don't want you to lose because we don't like Trump even more. It ain't got nothing to do with his policies as much as it has to do with just him. Okay, look at Stephen A. Smith talking about the border, right? But he's going to go and vote for a man that's not going to fix the problem. He already told you he's not going to vote for the guy that will try to fix the problem. He's going to vote for the guy that is going to make sure that the problem remains. Again, these people are irrational. They really are. But hey, it is what it is. I just think it's hilarious to see the meltdown here, to see the panic, because the writing's on the wall. If things continue to go the way they're going, Trump is going to win in a landslide, right? Landslide over Democrats. And I honestly don't think there's much they can do to change it, to be quite honest with you. But hey, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.